Welcome to Shadows of Prophecy, a D&D real play podcast following the ill-omened web of lives whispered into the void, their names repeated in the darkness. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. With us today to traverse through adventures of angst and rage, we have myself, Timothy, as our ambivalent DM.
Nicole playing Sorelli. This girl was on fire until she... Wait, can I do that again?
Yes, go.
Okay. Nicole playing Sorelli. This girl was on fire until she wasn't, but now she has no hair. really sad about it.
Hi, I'm Russell. I'm playing Blades, maker of good decisions, douser of flames, and self-proclaimed tank.
Oh my God. I'm Kendrick. Beyonce's Act 1 Renaissance album is a masterpiece. Everyone needs to listen to it right now if they haven't. Beyonce pay.
Is that a real album?
Yeah, it's coming out July, but by the time this episode airs, it will be out.
Join us as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy. Act 1. In the Shadows. Chapter 12. Overgrowth. Previously on Shadows of Prophecy, our party came across the lovely Tansy Cloverblossom, who offered them up a totally fair deal and was not at all upset when they refused her. Next, they ignored mounds and mounds and mounds of gold and jewels and moonstones and luxurious luxuries of luscious, lovely shinies. All for the best, because Darla seemed so sweet. Given their restraint, that is. But they did not heed Darla's advice. And did indeed fuck with the creepy little girl.
Two people, not Kendrick, not Beyonce.
Reducing her to cinders with a hellish rebuke.
Can you
That
use
was
seed in
Beyonce.
a sentence?
And then we got to meet the lovely Mr. Gift. And everything was set on fire, promptly. What a gift.
Wah, wah, wah.
To which we ended the episode with a lovely rendition of some excellent heavy metal bardcore, complete with our very own angsty fairy.
What you call me?
Their name is Barto, short for Bartholomew. Thank you.
That's right.
And that's where we start today.
Feeling so much better thanks to Barto. Barto. Thank you, Barto.
Yeah, he's a gem. You look great, sister.
Just hope there's no mirrors in this realm.
It's fine. I don't think the astral sea is reflective, is it?
Not really.
Perfect.
I'll be buying a hat just as soon as we get back to, the 3D.
Beyonce looks at both of them. Y'all look messed up. But you still look good. But just messed up.
Thank you, Beyonce.
Now, should we go? The smell of burning hair, clothes, skin.
Yeah, afraid that's probably going to follow.
Yeah, that might be us.
Maybe you walk upwind of us.
I'll make sure I do that.
Is there a wind? Is there an astral wind in this astral world?
No, the air is quite stagnant.
Perfect. We're going to be permeating all the air around you for some time.
Well, let us go then. I'll get used to the smell.
I hate it.
All right. So the ladder still is leaning up against the house.
Perfect. What were we using the ladder for again?
And we'll
being
take
on
you
fire
up on
for-
top of the roof.
We were trying to avoid the coffin, but the coffin kind of got us, so I don't think we even need the ladder anymore. Do we still need it?
I think that's how we get to the next area. Yeah?
Potentially.
Yeah, well, let's get on the roof and get a better look, you know?
All right.
While you're doing the ladder, I'm going to check the coffin to see if there's anything. No, loot here is not tangible. All right, ladder.
All right. So
Away from the loot.
you begin to climb the ladder, and as you go rung by rung up the rungs of the ladder, I don't know where I was going with that sentence. You approach
It was a
the
bit
top.
of a rung-on sentence.
Oh no! Oh no!
Beyonce
We
takes
abandon the
45
ladder and go
necrotic
somewhere
damage. Yeah.
You reach the top of the ladder and clamber onto the roof of the house. From up there, you can see another stone structure and a very looming, dark, black presence tendriling out in the distance behind the stone building.
African American.
And you notice a ladder on the other side of the roof leading down to the ground in front of the building.
Well, it's convenient, isn't it? I cautiously peek over the edge. Is there any signs of a trap or an ambush at the bottom of this very conveniently placed ladder?
Give me a perception check. And are the other two following up onto the roof?
I'll wait.
19.
Just gonna wait. Bottom of the ladder.
I've
first
climbed
ladder.
up the rungs, yes. Yes,
Okay.
I have.
So Sorelli joins you up on the roof, and your perception check was a
19.
19. So you survey the ground at the base of the ladder. You don't see any traps, no ropes or anything that would indicate a mechanism for setting off a trap. You do just see a wooden door on the stone building. Most of the ground is relatively clear.
Can I find something sizable, like a rock or a roof tile to throw?
Yeah, so you rip a terracotta tile off the roof.
Beautiful. I lob it at the door to
and
make a
you
loud sound.
Lob it at the door. It clunks into the wood and drops to the ground.
And I wait to see if somebody opens the door.
And you wait. And you wait. And you wait, but no one seems to answer the door.
Perhaps we should wait long enough to get in a short rest.
Can I see all this happening, or is it too high up?
Oh, you're
They're on
still on
top
the
of
ground. That's
they're
right.
on top of a house.
Yonsei, come up here. It's safer.
And they're on the other side of the roof of the
We're
house.
gonna have
so
a
no,
rest.
you cannot see any of it.
Okay, so Beyonce is going to walk up. Is everything okay up there?
Perfect. Just peachy. Come on up.
All right, I'm coming. So I walk up the
Wow,
ladder.
blind trust.
Yeah, I trust y'all now.
Even after our decision making that last fight.
I trust you as people, not your decision making.
Fair. All right.
We're taking a short rest.
Oh, on top of the roof, yes. You can sit down and wait and take an hour-long break on the roof, staring off into the lovely abyss.
The soothing, blinking
and watching
eyes
as it
staring
blinks
into our souls.
back, watching your every move and... Oh, sorry, did I trail off?
Oh?
All right, how's the short rest going?
I did
Full-
not need it. I have full health.
I have full health now.
And you didn't use any spell slots, did you?
Nope.
You used a Hellish Rebuke. That is a spell slot.
I used it before a long rest, though.
Oh.
I only used
You used it on the little girl,
Yeah, remember we slept where we cremated her
child.
body.
the poor defenseless child.
Only took a long. I only took a long rest there, and then I didn't use any spell slots for this battle with
So
Mr.
you can dip to
Gift.
half. So you can dip to 3.
All right. So you're Peachy Keen.
I am Peachy Keen.
Roll those, add 3.
Anything you want to do while having your short rest? Any conversations that you've been putting off or other activities?
Sure. So as we're taking a rest,
Sure. if we must.
You're never required to do anything.
So I'm going to sit. I'm assuming that we're sitting on top of the roof.
Yep, that's what y'all told me you were doing. So you're on top of the roof?
Okay, I guess would have sufficed. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to sit in between Blades and Sorelli. What?
Just like plop down in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Squeeze on him.
So it seems like y'all keep dying at every opportune moment.
We're not dying. We're falling unconscious.
Same thing.
I've always been a little bit dead anyway.
I can see
In my
that.
heart.
Well, if we don't make it out of here, there are some things that I want to say. The goal is to always rescue Upri. So if that requires me sacrificing myself or anything like that, I will do it. Sorelli, you're a great person. I love your vibe.
Thanks, Yonsei.
Blades, I don't think you saw this when we were in the succubi chamber, but one of the succubi transformed into you.
Oh, that's weird.
I
wonder why.
I find your stupidity somewhat relieving and attractive. That is all I will say.
You think I'm stupid?
Why, yes, but it works for me.
I don't quite follow, but all right.
I'm sorry, I'm dying over here.
Listen, I've been alone for years at this point, and it's been really, really nice having two people around me at all times. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you.
Oh.
And I get up and I just go to the other side of the roof and I sit down and I look at my arm because no one has noticed yet.
So yeah, you're staring at your arm. The redness has faded and you're left with just a very clear tattoo.
Does it still hurt?
It's a little tender to the touch, but not painful.
Okay. All right.
What? Can I roll? What? There's a tattoo? There wasn't a tattoo before?
Yeah, so after Yonsei walks on over, sits down, you don't need to do a roll. You see him looking at his arm and you realize there's a tattoo there that wasn't there before.
Yonsei, when the fuck did you find time to get ink done? I'm both impressed and befuddled.
To be honest, it happened during our night in the child chamber.
Please don't call it that, please. No, please no. I just feel so wrong. Okay, it was an island. That was a demonic child who needed to die, okay? That period.
Move on past that shit.
While we were in that horrible place, while you and Sorelli were sleeping.
You found an artist while we were sleeping.
No, when you two were sleeping, silly, something came to me. I don't know what it was. I don't know why it found me. I think it has to do something with this place. But it told me that this would protect me and it will protect y'all.
Like an entity showed up and gave you a tattoo. And you consented to getting a tattoo from...
I didn't really have a choice. It was just there in a moment. Burned like shit, but it hasn't been doing much good since both of you have almost died. So I think whatever this is was this one cruel trick, one final trick before we all meet our doom.
Oh, don't talk like that, Yonsei. We have to press on. We still really want to find Upri and reunite you with your sister.
But don't you get it? We've been through 6 chambers of pure hell, with the exception of Darla. She was quite lovely. But we've almost died in each chamber. I don't know how many more we have, but it doesn't look too good for us. We're out of potions. both of you look burned.
Both of you look like shit.
Yeah, both of you look like shit, but cute shit. But
What?
I don't know. So yeah, I'm just a little defeated. That's all.
I mean, where I come from, they often say, get it together, girl. So
I look at Blades and I roll my eyes and I get up. I'm like, thank goodness you're cute. Tap him on the face and I just walk away.
can I say, as you tap me on the face, like a slough of dead skin falls off? Oh dear. Oh, it's a big piece of jerky there. I'll tear it off.
I don't think Beyonce is attracted to Blades any longer.
Attraction gone.
It is gone. Ooh. Thank you, Miss. That was the gift that Mr. Gift gave.
That's mean. He's still cute on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Stick in there. You keep seeing us as almost dying at everything, but I see us as overcoming every challenge that we've faced thus far.
Yeah, and I do think there's a comfort in coming this close to death, actually. I've become less afraid, and Beyonce, it's interesting you mentioned that you were visited that night by this tattoo artist. I was also visited.
What? You got ink done? Where?
Well, no tattoos, unfortunately, but I didn't quite know if it was real, as I often don't in the dream state. But when I reached behind my back for the tentacle rod, I realized it was real. And so wherever we may go next, I feel a sense of power that wasn't there before. I feel closer to the darkness. I feel closer to death. And I think it's going to be all right.
All right, step one, as soon as we're out of here, we're finding you a fucking therapist. Step two,
I do love therapy.
you manifested a tentacle rod into physical reality from your dream. Just confirming that.
Well, yes.
All right.
Kind of. I believe I was given it.
But where did the doggo come from is my question.
Oh, yes. The hound. That I do believe was a bit of manifestation from the astral plane. I've really wanted a puppy my whole life. I never told you that in the orphanage. Yeah. So when I, became level 6, I got this hound.
That could not be more clear, sister. Thank you for explaining.
Yeah, but it's really,
I have a question, though. This voice that visited you at night, did it talk about enjoying your pain?
No, I can't say that it did, but it alluded to a growing power.
Perhaps group therapy might be needed.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Blades.
Yeah.
Knives, whoever you are these days.
We're killing our DM. Our keeper camp.
So much over here.
I am acting right now.
I must say, I do feel a little left out. I just slept a dreamless sleep for 8 fucking hours.
I mean, that sounds really nice, actually, yeah. You might be the lucky one, brother.
Maybe you are the true gift.
Don't ever say that name. I mean, he was attractive. Yes, I would have slept with him, but don't ever say that name to me again.
All right. With that, I think it's time to go. I think we've been on.
Is it time to go?
Quick question. Now that I'm at max health, am I still burnt and just at max health?
Yeah, how quickly
does
does
that
skin
work?
regenerate from
I
fire?
understand spells, but
Let's say so because hit points is really your fighting.
it's just
capacity.
stamina.
It's basically stamina
not
/
like-
health.
Yeah.
It's all bundled together. I like the lingering injury concept. So y'all are still pretty scorched. You're gonna have to do
a
some
little crusty, a little flaky.
some healing,
Need to find some aloe
over
vera.
time, some R&R, rest and relaxation, and
Wow, that was so butch.
potentially see a healer of sorts.
Right.
Can we bring that bard back?
Just keep bringing the bard back.
Oh, Barto?
Barto.
It's just Barto.
Oh, Barto.
I don't know if he's... I've never asked his occupation. I wonder if he has a family. All right, let's go with each other's door.
Mechanically, they're not a real person. They're just an image.
Oh, okay.
How the hell did he tell me his name then?
I got really
Maybe you
Australian.
need therapy too. Yeah. Well,
Sorry, my accent is questionable at best. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
So I think we're going to leave the roof.
Yeah,
I
are we
think.
leaving the roof? Are we ready to leave the roof?
Yes, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
We're ready for the roof to be done. You can exit the roof, the other end of the roof, using the ladder.
Tell me, is the next island, does it have any legs? Astral legs on the other side?
There are legs at the end of the ladder, at the bottom of the ladder. The feet. Of
No,
the
not
ladder.
legs. Legs.
Legs.
Legs,
Yeah.
and bodies of water. Legs.
Oh yeah. There's the astral legs.
Yeah, the astral legs.
We're now making fun of the DM at this point.
And
Oh, but that's my favorite pastime.
it's okay because an astral dragon just flies on by and eats you all.
I mean, at very least me.
Make your way down to the bottom of the ladder, and you are standing on a relatively clear spot of ground in front of a stone structure with a wooden door.
Is the door unlocked?
You turn the handle and it turns. It seems unlocked.
I stealthily ease it open and peek inside.
Give me a sleight of hand check as you creak open the door.
I don't know what that noise was.
I don't know either.
I panicked. I don't know if I'm good at sleight of hand.
it appears maybe not.
It's a 5.
All right. So the hinges are rather rusty, and the door lets out a loud screech. As you swing it open, you hear it echoing off the stone walls inside. As you peer in, you see a large chamber, mostly open, but at the other end, you think you see a wall of glass.
Nothing else?
Does not seem to be any other points of egress.
Well, I don't see a way in or out, but coast looks clear. I'll throw open the door and walk in. Gosh, I am getting Australian. Coast looks clear, mate. Here we go.
The door bangs against the stone wall, and you walk into the room. It is empty, but as now you are getting a better view, you notice along the glass there are metal grates on your side of the wall. And if you look very closely, in the center of the wall, there appears to be a door-shaped outline.
But
with
not
no
a door.
handles. No.
What happens if we push on the outline?
You go to approach the door, and you see through the glass, you notice beyond a rather hazy image of a dragon perched atop a stone platform. They have shimmery black and purple scales spotted with glittering white specks. They appear to be sleeping. You press your hand up against the door outline
Gently, quietly.
and you push against it. And you realize that it's opening, but it's giving you quite a bit of resistance.
Yonsei, it's really, I need help with this door.
What do you need help with?
Opening the door.
Oh, okay. And then Yonsei helps.
But, like, quietly, because there's a fucking dragon on the other side of that window.
A dragon?
Yeah.
So Yonsei does it quietly.
I wasn't kidding about the dragon.
Oh, I know you ain't.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Foreshadowing. Yeah. Sorelli will step in to help too. Maybe if we sort of disperse our weight,
After
we can
3.
be quiet.
Yeah. And then, okay.
Are we going on 3 or are we going after 3?
After 3, it's a 1, 2, 3, push.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do it.
2, 3.
Yeah. And we push.
Okay, you push into the door. Give me a strength check, everyone. As you hear the dragon let out a sigh and a loud snore.
I got a 14.
Oh my god,
9.
this bitch has sleep apnea. Oh, I mean, that's inappropriate. I'm so sorry. Sleep apnea is a real thing, and get help. CPAP's wonderful. Anywho, 18.
18?
I got a 14.
14?
9.
9. Okay. So you push
little
into
creaky.
the door and it begins to open. But as you do, you feel it kind of like squishing as you start to notice this blue-green goop starts to seep in the opening of the door and plop down on the floor in front of you.
Oh, fuck. The grates are probably fucking drainage pipes.
For what?
What do you mean?
For dragon snot?
Oh, I don't want to think about liquid this is. Can I poke it with my shoe? Does it like sizzle? Is it acidic?
Yeah, you poke it with your shoe and your shoe begins to burn.
Stop burning.
I'm trying.
And as this is going on, you start to hear a mechanical noise
Close the door.
at the other end of the chamber near the dragon. You see the dragon begins to shift as a large door opens up to the side of them. And you start seeing...
Like in the window?
No, this is way past this chamber of haziness. There's like a platform beyond it where you see the dragon like up above you at the top of some stairs.
Okay.
And beyond the dragon, there are doors are opening and you hear the mechanical noise kind of ricocheting off the room. And the dragon is wrestling. The door opens and you start to see pigs, chickens, and cows walking in a single file line towards the dragon. So when you notice, it has awoken. It lays its head down on the tile of the platform and opens its mouth as the creatures walk in.
Oh my god, you're not even gonna chew your food, mate? No wonder you have the apnea.
One by one, the creatures walk to their demise as they are chomped down by the dragon.
Okay, it's chewing.
So it doesn't seem to be moving.
Right.
Well, given what we face, it's probably a lazy dragon. But
How big is the chamber? Like, how big are we talking if we were to cross it?
It's about 200 feet to the dragon, to the stairs that lead up to the dragon, and then maybe another 50 behind the dragon before you start to realize it fades into blackness.
I think that's our way out.
I think
the
you're right.
blackness?
The door.
Sorry, the African American. Oh my god.
To listeners,
Cancel.
Kendrick, aka Beyonce, is
Cancel.
black, so that was funny to me.
Only to you.
I have to keep reminding people.
Sorry.
Say that all again.
I ruined it.
The African
You're welcome.
Americanness got
200
me.
yards to the stairs that lead up to the platform that the dragon is sitting on.
There's multiple
laying on,
doors.
And then there is about another 50 or so yards.
And so where's the...
before it completely fades into blackness behind the dragon.
And then where's the glass? The glass is showing
Where
another
you're
room?
standing.
That's what we're
You're
pushing
standing,
on?
you're
the
pushing
gla-
against the glass. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you were pushing against stone.
And these animals
Tentacles.
continue to walk towards their demise and are
Oh, okay.
consumed by the dragon. As it finishes its meal, you see it raises its head slightly, catches eyes with you all, and lays back down, this time with his eyes open, watching you.
So,
Well, it seems we've been spotted, despite our efforts to be quiet.
but also, it's not doing anything. It's just laying down.
Yeah.
Our exit is up there, so we need to get out.
Sorry, I'm feeling very geographically challenged. So the dragon is beyond the glass. So there's a glass chamber full of ooze that's going to burn us. And then beyond that chamber is the dragon on a raised pedestal
Yes.
with stairs leading down into the ooze. Okay.
The ooze is still kind of gooping out in the crack of the door.
And it's like hinged on one side of the door.
Yeah. It's hinged on one side, so there's like a crack of the
Does it
door.
open in or out? In?
It opens in towards the goop, and now you realize why the image of the dragon was so hazy. The chamber is full of whatever this acidic substance is.
Is it all over the ground, or is there a path?
It appears to be filling the entire space.
Yeah, like we'd have to swim through it, which like we would
I've
die.
already been burned enough.
Yeah, that wouldn't feel great on our singed flesh.
Yeah.
So there has to be a way to cross this without getting burnt, though.
Right.
I think if we open the door enough and let it kind of spill, maybe it'll go into the grate, or maybe this room will fill and we'll all die.
Can we break the door and just swim on top of the door?
I think acid probably
Glass
burns
bottom
metal. Oh, it's not burning the door. The door is on hinges. Hinges that open inward. So we can't get at the hinges from this side, right? Because if it
You
opens...
can't seem to figure out where or how the hinges are operating. It's as if this pane of glass is just rotating on point.
Like a revolving door?
No. We just can't see the point of rotation behind the door. All right. Let's go look at the grates, shall we? Just make sure. I would like to light a piece of tinder and drop it down the grate to see how deep it is.
All right. You light a piece of tinder, you drop it down the grate, and it drops maybe 2 feet.
Oh, shit.
But as you're peering in, give me a perception check.
Oh, shit. 19.
19. You notice that along the hole underneath the grates, there, don't know what that would be called, there are pipes that lead somewhere else.
Okay, so it probably would drain if we open the door and let it go into the grates. All right, on 3, we're going to open the door. Can I poke the goop with one of my swords and see if it starts to melt it?
You may. So you stick your sword into the cube.
Just a little tip. Just a tip.
Little tip of the sword into the goop.
No.
You stick the tip into the goop.
It did not bear repeating.
And it does start to sizzle.
All right, so I couldn't use it to hold the door open. I'm kind of running out of ideas.
Maybe the dragon can help us.
Yo, dragon!
You watch as they blink their eyes at you, lift their heads slightly, and then plop it back down. Yes.
I have delicious snacks for you if you help us get through this room. Delicious.
I'll pass.
What? But well, I guess you just ate. All right, well, fuck you.
That doesn't help us.
All right, I'm out of ideas. You two help me.
What's your name, dragon?
Godfrey.
Hi, Godfrey. My name is Yonsei. This is Sorelli. And that person that just told you to fuck yourself is Blades. He was only joking. He's funny that way. So.
Are you done talking?
Not yet. So, you see, we have a little problem here. We need to get out of here. And there's this liquid that would kill us. And it seems like we need someone to hold this door open so we can get through. But if one of us do it, it's certain death for us. So we need your help.
It sounds like you're trying to do something. So exhausting. Why don't you just try waiting, letting things come to you?
'Cause that's not how life works. If things always come to you, what makes it so rewarding? I don't even believe that my damn self. Sorry. Continue. 18-year-old me would have been like, yeah. 31-year-old would have been like,
Can I?
Doesn't. It's always come to me.
Love that for you. Blades is gonna walk over. Can I yank a grate off of the? Can I yank the grate up
Yeah,
and I dip it in the acid? Does it burn?
a little bit.
But somewhat resistant.
Somewhat resistant.
All right, I have an idea. We push open the door just enough for me to wedge this in, so that the goop will just come through into the grates, and then we do what the dragon says, and we wait for it to drain.
I mean, there's not much more. Nothing we can lose besides our lives. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Well put. I feel so inspired.
In worst case, be prepared to run back to the rooftop.
Yes, quite. After 3, we push, I shove. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
You all push the door open, and you are able to wedge the grate in, propping it ajar. You take a step back, and you watch as the ooze starts to slowly slough out of the crack in the door. It drips onto the floor and into the grate, and disappears into the grate. You watch after plop, after plop, after plop of this happening, and you start to see a small little alcove clearing out around the door.
Just the area around the door?
It kind of seems like it's sinking near the top of the ceiling around the door, but it's a very slow, goopy process.
New idea. Stand back. Other side of the room. Beyonce. Sorelli.
Okay.
Okay.
And I light a piece of tinder. Throw it at the goop. Is it flammable? And then I run.
It does not appear to be flammable.
All right.
But you do singe a section of it.
Of the goop.
Yes.
All right, so flame resistant. I mean, the only way we can speed this up is if we open the door wider. But even then, it's going to take forever.
Or get more fire. But, I mean, we just had a large dose of that, and look how that turned out.
True.
There's nothing in the goop that could be of use, right? That we can see? No grates or anything in that room? Levers, switches?
Give me a perception check.
Can all of us do it?
Yeah. You start examining your room.
It ain't gonna be
dirty
me.
20.
Oh, wow.
It's 5.
11.
All right. So you start examining the room on the other side of the glass, trying to see through the haziness of the goop-filled room. And you're making out mostly just stone wall, stone floor. There must be a back to that room, but you can't really see it. It's opaque all the way through up to the stairs. Perhaps another glass wall at the other end. But
Maybe the
can't make
grates-
out any mechanisms in the other room, on the other side of the glass.
Maybe the grates lead underneath. And if we climb down, we can climb under, back up. Maybe there's more grates behind that glass. And then we wouldn't have to drain for as long to go up through
We
that
should just send
door.
all that goop down there, though.
Into one side.
How about one of us checks it out and see how far it gets and then report back to the others.
So, Blaze, as you turn around to talk to the rest of your party members, you notice on the wall of the door you came in through, there is a little wheel on the wall.
A hat, like a... I know what you're talking about. I don't know what the word for that is either. It's like a hat, like a bulkhead.
Yeah, like the
Knob or
bulkhead
something.
knob thing. Whatever that's called. Yeah, it has a
Bigot.
word.
No, not that.
It is the metal ring with the
A locking
spokes
mechanism.
that you turn and it does things.
I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, listeners. Superb description.
It was superb because we know what you're talking about without knowing the name.
It's how memory works sometimes.
So we could lock this room? But why would we need to lock it?
It doesn't seem to be attached to the door. It's on the wall next to the door.
Oh. I'm gonna go over and investigate, I guess. Beyonce, it's really... Look, what do you suppose that is for? And I'll walk over to it.
All right. You take a look at it. It is red paint.
And it's not connected. I can
And it's
just
not
pick
connected
it
to the
up.
door. No, it's connected to the wall.
Oh, I turn it.
You begin to turn it, and you hear the turning of gears within the wall. And as you do so, you start to hear screeching behind you. And you notice that the glass wall has started to lift.
They're going into the drains.
And you start to see that the goo is flowing out the bottom of the wall into the drain.
Perfect. I leave it there. I don't open it too much. Patience is key, I think, with this one.
And so you wait.
And get a long rest. I'm just kidding.
It is, in all honesty, a short rest.
So I guess we're taking a short rest until all this goop drains.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
take a short rest while all this
great.
goop drains.
Maybe our skin heals a little bit. Maybe our hair grows a little longer.
And
An asymmetrical bob.
throughout this, you see the dragon continues to watch you,
You know what? I'm
falls in and out of sleep,
gonna watch him back.
and the goop level lowers.
Out of spite.
You have a staring contest with the dragon that is not participating in said contest.
Exactly.
And the level of the goop eventually drops pretty much to the floor. Little splodges of goop throughout the chamber, but more or less seems to be clear.
Cool. Let's go open this door.
All right.
And sneak past the dragon, perhaps? I don't know.
Do we notice that the dragon has like a certain sleep pattern or anything like that?
I mean, if it has food walking into its mouth, I doubt it'll try to eat us. Why would it need to?
It had just seemed to be kind of slipping in and out of sleep at will.
Cool.
Just kind of
Cool.
having a leisurely day, watching some folk struggle with a puzzle.
I kind of want to start obnoxiously and loudly whistling as we enter the chamber next to it.
Let's not.
Fine.
We want to live, remember?
Yeah.
I know, but I love pissing off authority.
And look where it's led you.
I know, I'm just so beautiful. I really have a lot going for me, thank you.
As one skin flake falls off.
Falls into the acid.
You make your way across the chamber, and sure enough, do come to another glass wall where there is a door-shaped outline that you can push against and open.
To get to the stairs, we have to?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Just on the other side of the stairs, at the top of the stairs, is the dragon.
Oh, I would
who
just
is
push open
watching
the
you.
door.
You push open the door. It opens.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We just don't know if you're gonna, if
If it is
something's
there-
up your sleeve. This was too easy, this part.
Is there more goo on the other side? of this?
no more
it's-
goo.
Oh, okay.
Just stairs.
Just the dragon at the top of the stairs.
I think we could have gone
all right.
around.
Let's
It was
let's
accessible from both
quietly.
sides.
Yeah.
All right. So we stealthily approach the top of the stairs and look for the door. Maybe not the one the animals came out?
I'm not going to make you do a stealth roll because the dragon's very much awake, aware of your presence,
Oh,
and is watching you.
It seems like the dragon doesn't care about us.
perfect. I don't care about him either. Prick.
As you
really meant
reach
this
the top
dragon.
of the stairs, congratulations. You made it. Here's your reward.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do care
And
about
he
you.
lifts his head and turns towards the black void behind him,
Oh.
So,
and then turns back to you and plops his head down on the ground.
Oh.
what exactly is the reward? Mr. Sir Dragon, who I so graciously respect and admire?
I believe his name is Godfrey.
Godfrey, yes. Ah, dearest Godfrey. The sooner you help us on our way, the sooner you can stop hearing my annoying voice.
Oh my goodness. You all are quite a nuisance. The reward is that I don't eat you,
Ah,
and you can walk into the void. Congratulations.
You're number one. Okay.
Now please leave. I would like to take a nap.
okay, let's not test his
What-
patience.
Well, wait, hold up. One last question, Godfrey, and I promise we'll be out of your hair. Is that the only way out?
You see their nostrils flare up, and as they exhale, ice crystals form in the air.
Oh, God, it's a fucking white dragon.
You're the worst.
I'm the...
Please proceed to your reward.
Okay, let's...
I would like to take a nap.
Did we button for the door on the side?
let's just very calmly walk, quietly walk. I mean, it's a dragon. It'll... okay, into the...
Into the thick of it, all right. So Yonsei just runs.
into the void, past the dragon.
Yonsei runs past the dragon.
Yonsei!
As you're running, you start realizing that everything is dimming to blackness around you. And your steps, starting out on stone, you heard the clack of your shoes against the stone. They begin to soften and trail off into silence. And now you find yourself running forward into pure black. No sound. Nothing to see.
So I can't even see Cerulean blades.
You turn around and you can just see a light at the end of the tunnel.
And that's the only way. And then there's the livestock door, right?
There's the livestock door. It hasn't been opening. Hasn't opened since the one time it did. About an hour ago.
We'd better run after. Beyonce.
All right, after Yonsei, let's go.
And then we break into a jog.
Into the void.
Into the void.
So you run into the void.
Reluctantly.
And you catch up with Yonsei.
Oh. Yonsei, you're a slow runner.
Oh, I stopped.
Apologies.
I stopped to look around to see if you guys were there, and then one moment.
So you all are standing in relatively pitch blackness with just a speck of light from whence you came.
I spark up a torch.
And I have dark vision, so
You spark up a torch, and the light only illuminates your faces. Nothing around you to reflect the light.
We'll snuff it back out. Question. Are we considered to be in darkness?
Yes.
Perfect. I have that really stupid Gloomstalker passive.
Yep.
So if we're in darkness, I become invisible. So you guys can't see me.
We can't see you in the darkness
that's
anyway.
silly.
You can hear me, but like I just like really weirdly blend in with the void.
I mean, there's not a lot of
Interesting.
light around.
Yeah.
So,
You can't really see me anyway.
but Yancey blades disappears.
I do have dark vision from Gloomstalker, I believe, too.
Okay, so you can see each other with that. That's all you can see with dark vision right now. There's nothing to see.
I mean, I guess we just keep moving forward.
Oh, I'm invisible only to creatures that rely on dark vision. Sorry.
So we can still see you. I think we should keep moving forward.
Yeah.
All right,
If anything, we can turn back.
start
Yeah.
move forward.
What else are we going to do?
So you turn away from the speck of light and you continue moving on and on and on into the void, further and further and further in, and everything falls to utter silence. Outside any breathing or speech that you exchange, there is nothing to be heard and nothing to be seen. What feels like minutes turns into hours, and you keep on walking. When you catch a glimpse of behind you, you no longer see a speck of light.
Well, we're fucked.
And that's when you hear a squish.
Of all the noises. Squish.
Please don't tell me we're in the dragon's
So-
anus.
There's more goop.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, took that somewhere you shouldn't.
So you hear a squish.
Is it, how wet is this?
It's like it's a pretty wet squish.
No, that's a part. Sorry.
Like a marsh type of squish.
Not like water.
Like stepping in mud?
Stepping
Or like
in,
a koosh ball, a little.
maybe like on a membrane
Never stepped on a membrane.
Yeah, we should try-
over mud. Like if you laid down plastic over mud. So it doesn't
like a water bed, but a mud bed.
Yeah. So it has some give, but it's not splashing up at you.
Oh, this
It has surface tension,
feels
whatever
kind
it
of nice
is.
after walking for
I
hours.
know.
To continue.
Yes.
I mean, what other choice do we have at this point? There's literally no way to go back to.
You, with every step, it squishes. You're welcome.
The sound effect for this is going to be so nasty.
No, the ground is parting.
And as you continue, you start to notice that there are walls and ceiling around you. At some point, the space started to close in on you. And you can now, those of you with dark vision, can now see a tunnel that extends off further into the darkness. It's wet. And kind of squishy looking. And kind of bumpy.
Some right.
Yeah. Seems kind of like a rebirth. Maybe we're being reborn. I'm not sure.
Are we in someone's
Is this a birth canal?
Just keep going. See what happens. Like, I don't know.
Wow.
The only way out is through.
Yeah.
Press on.
So I speed up walking.
All right, the squishing gets faster.
No.
You hear Yancey trailing off into the distance.
I mean, I
as
run
their
after her. Yeah.
squishing speeds up. and you run off after. Now all of you kind of in a light jog / power walk.
Sound effects aren't needed.
Yeah, are we trying to do some rolling squishing because it's different patterns?
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's been established. We don't need to keep doing that.
We've established
You're
the
squishing
squish.
down a tunnel until it branches off into 2 directions.
Oh, fuck. Both just complete darkness still?
Yep.
And there's nothing that distinguishes the two. Are they totally identical?
One goes to the left and curves a little to the left, and one goes to the right and curves a little to the right.
Such an asshole thing to say.
You're a sadist.
Which one do we choose?
Well,
Flip a coin?
could flip a coin, yeah. Yeah.
Heads left, tails right?
Sure.
All right. Odds left, evens right. Here we go. Left it is.
All right. So we go over left.
All right. You take the tunnel to the left and continue on for some time before you come across another fork. There's a tunnel to the left and a tunnel to the right.
We went left last time, so.
Yay.
And 3 lefts make a right. So we don't want to do that.
That's assuming that the laws of physics apply here.
Yeah, they could be completely broken here.
Let's try right this time, and I'm going to take out a sword and draw like an arrow in the wall, saying like, "Hey, we went right," an X, to make sure it's not the same intersection.
As you slice
Oh no!
through the wall,
Through.
into the wall, it has a goopy drag as it sticks to the blade of your sword, and then a black ooze starts dripping out of the cut mark.
So let's not do that. So we just go right.
Is there a cut in the wall?
Yeah, there's a cut in the wall.
I light up a torch and slide it into the opening.
All right.
Just leave it there.
You notice that the torch only lights maybe 10 feet.
Perfect. I mean, we'll see it if we're back at the same intersection. That's all I want. That's all I want to prove.
Okay. I thought you were going to see if it was flammable.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
Turns out the tunnel you're standing in is highly flammable.
Wouldn't be surprising. All right, let's keep walking.
You're about 20 minutes from the entrance.
All right, let's go right.
All right. So you take the tunnel to the right, which curves off slightly to the right.
Hey.
And you come to another intersection. To the left or to the right.
Is there a torch?
Except there's no torch.
Perfect.
Except you notice something peculiar about both choices. There are weird tendrils hanging from the ceiling, maybe 2 feet in length. They would definitely be touching your head space.
Not if we crawl.
Yeah. What if we just move along at a hunch? A slight hunch, if you will.
You could hunch underneath them, yes.
I say we go right again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we go right.
So you hunch on over, duck beneath these weird tendrils hanging from the ceiling, and they started out kind of sparse, but as you keep going, they get thicker, more frequent.
I knew we were in someone's fallopian tubes.
And
I
that's
don't know.
when you get to, surprise, another intersection.
Let's guess. 1 to the left and 1 to the right.
Yes, except now the things hanging from the ceiling seem to be getting longer and longer.
Can I poke one with the tip of my sword?
You can.
I'm going to politely and delicately tap one with the flat end of my sword to see if it like reacts to touch, like tries to grab the sword or...
So as you lightly touch it with the tip of your sword, it begins to wriggle.
Does it try to grab the sword or does it just wriggle?
Just kind of wriggle.
I poke one with my hand.
Now, as you poke it with your hand, it becomes a little bit more agitated, and you notice that the ends of the tendril start to ringlet, trying to grasp at something.
Perfect. I start slicing.
You start slicing?
I mean, we gotta... We're in a void jungle. We gotta machete our way through these tunnels.
I mean, it seems very clear that these are alive.
And they're gonna eat us.
Unless we can sneak under them.
Oh, like get on, like crawl. All right.
Crawl.
Yeah.
Sorelli catches my hand as I wind up to swing. Now, think for once, dear brother.
So you get down on all four, and you start
And
to
we
crawl
squish.
through this squishing ground. And you watch as these tendrils get longer and longer, getting closer and closer
So we're gonna have to cut them.
to touching your backs as you crawl to the next intersection.
So we're at the next intersection, still on our hands.
This one's interesting because there's a tunnel to your right, but it seems to be leading backwards.
Like the curvature is like...
Back towards the direction you came. Or you can continue on straight.
Oh. Straight?
Are there still the tendrils?
Yes. The tendrils are still there.
Just say the word and I'll stop cutting.
I am going to... This may be stupid, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to use Eldritch Blast down the tunnel just to see how they react to magic.
Huh.
With that
Oh,
face,
no, the
maybe
face.
I shouldn't.
You cast Eldritch Blast, make an attack roll. And are you trying to hit them, or are you trying to aim below, like down the tunnel,
Down the tunnel.
to see if they're drawn to the magic?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's a 12.
All right. You send a blast out down the tunnel. You hear it hit a wall with a squelch in the distance, and then you start to hear the slapping of wet tentacles and a chittering and hissing as now that sound starts to ripple and wave towards you. Everybody roll initiative.
No, we're going to go the other way.
We take it back.
We're fighting the tunnel within.
Oh my gosh.
9.
So either way, we were still going to have to do this.
Yeah.
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20, a 9, and a
25.
Whoa.
Big baller over there.
25.
Maybe we should have taken the tunnel that wrapped back around.
Depends how this goes.
One of
But
us
it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. One of us is going to almost die.
You hear this noise starts approaching you. All of this hissing and chittering and slapping of wet tentacles.
Oh my gosh.
This is my least favorite part.
As you hear the like squishing of things hitting the ground coming towards you. And as it approaches, the things on the ceiling fall on top of you. And you notice that they have lovely rows of teeth and a round mouth. Like weird void cave lamprey. Best way to describe them.
They were not attached.
And they are going to try to chomp at you. Blades, what are you doing?
How many are around us? Just a swarm
Just
of
a
them?
swarm of them just dropped on the floor.
How thick are the tentacles?
And they are
Like,
going,
thick as my
all the
arm?
ones Yeah, they're like a good forearm in girth, 2 feet in length. These ones are a bit longer, maybe 3 to 4 feet in length.
Oof.
And you see that they're dropping off the ceiling all the way from whence you came. So in either direction, you know that there are these things wriggling around with chompy teeth.
I'm just going to start cutting in a whirlwind of blades, trying to push forward.
All right. So you
where he got his name.
start chopping. Give me some attack rolls.
I can attack up to 4 times on my first turn.
All right.
Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not.
What about a 17?
17 does?
Okay, so 3 will hit. Math. 20 piercing damage as I just cut.
All right. So you start slashing through them like 1, 2, 3, 4. You're slicing them in half, but you see that there is a lot of work ahead of you. What
shit.
are you doing, Sorelli?
There's so many, I can't cut through them all.
I think we're gonna have to form a circle.
And what, just fend them off for hours?
We can't go back now.
Do the tentacles look familiar to me? Like, what do I notice about these tentacles?
Oh no.
They look like weird worm lampreys. They're like ringlety. They kind of taper off to one end, but their mouths are this circular shape with rows and rows of teeth that keep cascading inwards.
Okay.
That could take some finger, a hand.
Yeah.
Other
We're gonna need
appendages.
to, like, on a massive scale, we're gonna need to do something pretty profound here.
Yep.
You think I could? Well, okay. I guess I'm gonna. No, that could be a terrible idea. I'm tempted to try and blow through the wall. It was just black
It's full of goop.
ooze, right?
It's full of goop.
Yeah, so that might not be great.
Maybe don't flood the tunnel with the
Yeah,
goop.
we've had enough goop.
I think we just gotta keep blowing through them in one direction and push as quickly and as hard as we can.
Okay.
At this point, forward is the only option.
Yeah.
There's no point in going back.
All right. Well, tentacle rod it is. I'm going to send my tentacle rod at 3 of these beautiful little creatures with all the teeth.
What's your attack rolls?
Why so bad? 13, 12, and 5.
All right, so you send off blasts. They're hitting them, but like not the ones you aimed for. You see
Obviously
them
don't know how to use this rod yet.
splattering across the cave wall. They're gooping all over you. Blades is slashing. Yancey, what are you doing?
Crying. No. I am going to. Are they coming through the path that curves back around?
Yeah, you see them down all the paths, every direction.
I feel like there's a way to do this, but I don't know it yet. So I'm going to use Eldritch Blast. Does a 25 hit?
25 does hit.
Good. I would be surprised if it did not. And that's a D10. That's not a D10. That's a D8. Oh, where are my D10s? Wait. Oh, they're underneath the paper.
You had hid them on yourself. You should keep the D10 available at all times, considering how frequently you cast Eldritch Blast.
Shade aside, that's a 12.
All right. So splat. You splat 2 of them with that blast.
And with my bonus action, I'm just going to do Flurry of Blows.
Yeah, just punch a couple. Give me those attack rolls.
So there's not much else we can do. I'm going to aim for the ones that are on us.
And there's many.
Okay, I figured as such.
You feel them wriggling all over your body.
That was a nat 20.
All right.
So that's 2 d4s. So that's 6 damage.
All right. You just pulverize one of them with your punch. And I would like everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, unexpected.
4.
17.
Dirty 20.
All right. Yancey and Blades, make another wisdom saving throw.
Rude.
6.
7.
Hey!
Everybody, make another wisdom saving throw.
Using a different die.
They keep getting smaller and smaller. 5.
8.
Everybody, make a wisdom saving throw.
This seems futile.
24.
13.
Everyone, make a wisdom saving throw.
No, we're not. Stop, everyone.
I'm so
Wait.
confused.
Is this in our imagination?
You feel your minds are bombarded with suggestions. You lose utter control of your body as you start feeling yourselves flinging through this tunnel. You lose track of each other. You're running down one tunnel, someone goes another way, you split off, and you are sprinting, then you are going backwards, then you're rolling, you're falling, and then, Sorelli, you stumble out of the tunnel. One last wriggly little void lamprey falling off your body, and you step out into an auditorium. You hear Yancey panting behind you.
Get this shit off of me.
He stumbles out, running into you. You both fall to the ground, and as you look up, you see a stage.
Are we on the stage?
No, you're at the top of the seating area of an auditorium,
Damn.
looking out to the stage, up to the stage. It is currently dimly lit, but the curtains are closed.
So we don't see Blades yet.
No.
Sorelli, do you know what happened? They started crawling on me and I ran. I booked it.
Oh, same. Yeah. I mean, I totally got the creepy crawlies and just lost my mind.
I couldn't find you. I got scared. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're here now. But I don't know where Blades
Where's
is.
Blades? Blades! Blades! Where are you?
Can you hear us?
You call out into the dark theater.
Oh,
Yeah, you're being very loud in a new area.
true.
And you don't hear any response. You don't even hear an echo as you call into the chamber because it's soft surface.
Oh, yeah.
It's squishy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Just muffled.
The squish.
Wow.
You just call out and you can tell your voice isn't even traveling as you see more wriggling in the cave. It's just like a mass of black wriggles.
We have to go. I have to go back. He's still in there. Well, Yancey's like, let's go back in there. Shirley's like, wow.
He was a good brother.
Sort of been trying to
but
lose him.
kind of an idiot.
It's very musty.
Gosh. I mean, I could maybe send my hound in back into the tunnel to try and help Blades and just, I don't know. We could get lost in there again. What if he's on his way here?
I guess we can wait. But if he's not out in 10 minutes, I'm going back in for him.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'll go with you. I'll
Maybe.
send the dog in. The dog can go in 120 feet into the tunnel.
So you're going to wait for a little bit? Mm-hmm. How long do you wait?
I mean, not long. It's going to feel like an eternity to be waiting.
So 15 minutes.
I was going to say 5. How about we meet in the middle? 10. We wait 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Blades, do you see how much your life meant to them?
Oh, no.
Sounds about right.
So you begin to wait. And then you notice that the tunnel starts to move.
I was like,
Not
and then
just
it closes.
wriggling, but like pulsing as it constricts. You hear the squelching and squishing and bursting of the void lamprey as you watch the tunnel constrict and it ripples towards you. And as you're watching this happen, you see Blade's face. And he spit out onto the floor.
Oh my god.
His body is mangled.
What?
And twisted. His eyes are open and rigid. His skin is burnt and sloughing off. And he is motionless.
Oh my gosh. Blades.
I mean, how mangled?
His arm is like snapped and twisted the wrong way. You see the bone piercing the skin.
Blades. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Blades.
He's covered in a layer of slime and ooze and blood.
Blades, wake up, please. Wake up, please.
This can't be happening. Blades, dear brother, we've been through so much. You've protected me all these years, and when it counted, I couldn't protect you. And Sorelli is gonna shed some tears on Blade's dead body.
Bang.
Oh yeah, if it wasn't clear, Blades is dead.
Like really,
Blades is dead.
Wow.
Whatever happened in that tunnel, which you have very hazy memory of, Blades did not survive.
Sorelli's a bit in shock at this point and just sitting by Blade's side, and out of respect casts minor illusion and just for a moment puts him back into his pristine form that we would remember him by, and in her own silent way begins to say goodbye to her brother.
As you're doing that, Yonsei, already in tears, is going to turn around and look at the curtains drawn in the theater. And as you're mourning, I'm going to go up to them and cast Eldritch Blast. I'm pissed.
Just at the curtains.
At the curtains. I don't want to roll. I don't want to touch them. I want them to burn.
So with your force damage cantrip, you blast the curtains. They make impact, and you hear the loud, kind of thunderous roar of the heavy red fabric ripple through the space. You hear it kind of tear at the top, and now it sags in the middle as everything falls still yet again. And then the lights begin to flash. 1, 2, 3. They dim down to a very low level, and an orchestra begins to play. You hear the mechanical whirring up in the rafters of the theater, and the curtains begin to part. As they hit the sides of the stage, with a flourish, the lights bright. And in the center of the stage is a cage. And inside that cage sits Upri. And that's where we'll end this episode.
Oh my gosh! Just full chills up the spine.
No!
Oh my god!
Unrequited
My
love.
adrenaline is at unhealthy levels.
And with that, we bring today's chilling tale of loss and tragedy to a close. Thank you all for joining us on this journey into the abyss of horror. And we hope you enjoyed this episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Join us next time as we continue to unravel the story and embark on a new chapter of terror. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JayCeeAitch, Chris B, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. We'd also like to express our gratitude to Scrubcast for their exceptional sound mastering, music, and effects. They have been invaluable in bringing our story to life. And of course, a big thank you to our talented players, Kendrick, Russell, and Nicole. We're thrilled to have you on board and can't wait to see where our adventures take us next. Our theme song, written by the talented electronic vapor soul artist Lusk, sets the perfect tone for our podcast. Make sure to check out their latest single, Gus. This podcast is a Goblin Forge production. Follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG. And join our Discord community. If you enjoy our podcast, consider becoming one of our fabulous patrons on patreon.com/goblin_forge for free bonus content, including handouts, encounter maps, and adventure guides. Your support means the world to us. Lastly, please leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. It helps us get the word out and share our stories with even more listeners. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for another unforgettable performance from our talented cast. And to find out how this play transpires.